Hey everyone, Neen here from the Hyperactive Bookworm. Here, I'm so excited with the amazing and incredible Lily Seabrooke. Hi Lily, how are you?
Hey, Neen, I'm doing great. Thank you. How are
I'm
you?
good. I'm so excited that we're finally getting to chat. Lily very patiently has been postponed a few times with me being sick. I've still got a little bit of it, but we are all good. So for the Sapphic Fiction Book Club over on Facebook, we did your amazing book Fake It for November, and I have had so much fun reading it and just dissecting it with the weekly kind of chats with it all. Could you sum up Fake It in 3 words?
3 words, huh? No, no. Neen, I try to write things in under 70,000 words. I can't even manage that. And you're asking me to do three? Every time I try to write a book, I end up writing like 20,000 words more than I meant to. And you're asking me to do three? I hope you're okay if it's 20,003.
Oh, that's absolutely adorable.
But I guess what it really is the book is about the food. Everything else was kind of secondary for me, and I just went into it. I guess I was just hungry when I wrote it. So let's just say that I was hungry. Those are my three
Oh, I
words.
love with the whole you were hungry, which I love that for the 3 words. What's your go-to comfort food?
I'm supposed to only pick one because, as far as I'm concerned, food is comfort food. I don't really make a distinction. All of it brings me great comfort. But if I had to choose, then it's probably pasta is definitely up there. Stuffed pastas. I love making stuffed pastas. I've gotten really into making pasta from scratch lately,
Oh my
and I
gosh.
am obsessed. It's so delicious, and I eat more stuffed pasta than I reasonably should. I'm living a good life. I'm living a good life over here, Neen.
Oh, I love that. So, um, I believe you are a vegetarian, that's correct?
Yes, that's right.
Did you struggle with making your characters cook meat dishes?
I did not. I only went vegetarian recently. Actually, it's like right around the start of the pandemic, which is simultaneously recently and a million years ago.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I did eat meat for most of my life. I am pretty young, but that is still most of my life. So I know generally how it works. I never really liked it much. So going vegetarian is quite easy, but I at least know how it works. It's funny because my girlfriend, Jacqueline, is also a vegetarian, but she has been a vegetarian since before I was born.
Wow.
So they cannot write their characters eating meat. So every time I show her one of my books and the meat dish comes up, she's like, I don't know how you do this. And I'm like, it's fine. It's just dead animal on a plate, I guess.
What is your favorite dinosaur?
Oh my God, that's an amazing question. I love that question. It has so little to do with everything we're ostensibly here for, but it's such a good question. Um, I'm gonna have to say the Parasaurolophus.
I just love
I
that you have a dinosaur that isn't like one of the top three that
oh
everyone
yeah,
knows. I
of
love
course.
that.
I mean, I can't just have a standard
No,
dinosaur, you know? I'm too fabulous to have a standard dinosaur. Like
absolutely.
Triceratops is cool and all, but why would Triceratops need to have a Parasaurolophus? Um, I had to say it's probably a difficult decision between that and the Ichthyosaurus, but that's mostly just because I like the name of the Ichthyosaurus.
That is a
Um,
cool name, isn't it?
it's a great name, but yeah, I just love that the Parasaurolophus has a crest and no one knows why it's there. It's just kind of there.
I know. Isn't it fantastic?
Yeah, it just
Like,
has something
you
sticking out
guys
of its
know
head. You're like, why do you
nothing.
have that? It's
Yeah.
like,
We are the forever mystery. I love that. That is
right?
such a cool answer. I love that.
It was so bad.
So you've said that in Fake It, you are most like Avery in her fake it till you make it attitude, and Holly's directness was Avery's balance, which I love because it works so well. It absolutely, they kind of both, kind of meet each other, and it's
Yeah.
just so
Both what
beautiful.
the other one needs.
Yes, exactly. Now, was Holly based on anyone in your life, or was this another way you manifested your chosen reality?
Manifesting chosen reality. I see you've been studying the book very closely, Neen.
Yes. I love this book. It was so beautiful.
You're very good for my ego. I need to have you around, like just on call regularly to give me compliments, boost me up.
Anytime.
But yeah, it's a good question. I would have to say that Holly's directness and also more related kind of her pragmatism. She's very much more like feet on the ground, very realistic than Avery is. And I had to say that's it's kind of a projection of like you know how we all have like two sides to everything inside of ourselves, and like when sometimes we really believe in something, but there's also the part of us that tells us that that's nonsense, and that we're going off on some wild tangent. I feel like the balance between Avery and Holly in the book was really the balance in that I have in my outlook in the world, kind of just like on like dreaming, manifesting your chosen reality.
Oh, I love that. It didn't even cross my mind that it would be in that kind of frame, but I love that so much because they are kind of the two different sides of the same coin, and
For sure.
that's so cool. I love that.
Mhm.
And I love that as much as characters are based on our experiences and people we've known, it's kind of fun when they're not based a lot on a specific individual because you get
Mhm.
more play and you don't kind of get caught up in that
Yeah,
idea.
for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Generally, when I have a character is based on a specific individual, it's one of the antagonists, and it's based on someone I don't like, and that's
Yeah.
how I get my revenge on people.
But that's more fun because you don't need to
Of
make them,
course.
likable.
Of course.
I completely
Everyone
get
finds them annoying. I'm like, I know, right?
Yeah. Yes, and you make such an amazingly good bad guy in this book. Oh, the
Thank you.
frustration. You just wanted to
I've
I was
gotten
like,
so
he
many
has to
comments
have his
along the
comeuppance. Like, I know that like it has to happen, but I just want it to be a lot.
wanted to be visceral. Wanted to
Yes.
really get what's going on. I
Yes.
get so many comments along the lines of like, how does someone who is so sweet and sunshine make such awful antagonists? And
Because
I'm
you've
like, it's
you've known people in your world.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
because I have darkness deep down inside my soul. I mean, what are you laughing at?
Oh,
I
I
have
don't believe
darkness
that at
deep down
all,
inside my
Lily.
soul.
I don't believe that at all. You're way
Can't
too
believe
sweet.
this. Oh my god.
Um, Speaking of which, you are known as pretty much the sweetest person in the sapphic community. Do you ever lose your temper? Do you even have a temper? I can't even fathom the idea.
No, honestly, no. I don't really. I feel like when I'm most upset with somebody, the thing I'll do is just smile politely at them and then go write them as an antagonist into my next book. That might be worse than losing my temper. It really depends on how you look at it, but yeah, no, I just never really I think we're all just trying to find our way in a world that's difficult and confusing sometimes, and some people just don't have healthy adaptive strategies for that, and sometimes that bumps up against one another. But I think we're all just trying to do our best, and so I don't think there's any sense in getting angry at anyone.
Oh, you really are the sweetest. You're
No, I
just so
told you I have
sweet.
darkness deep down inside me.
Yeah. Once again, don't believe it. I don't believe it for a second. Have you ever written fanfic?
No.
No.
This is the hard part of the confessional. I really don't consume much media, books, TV shows, movies, very, very little of anything, honestly. Every time I try, I get about 5 minutes in before I'm like, I'd rather just go write my own book instead. And so I do it sometimes when I feel unmotivated about writing my own books, just so that I get 5 minutes in. And then I'm like, I just want to go write my own book instead. So no, I've never really been a fan in the first place.
Wow.
So not really in the place to be a fan fiction
Cool. So
writer.
there's not really any characters you'd love to have a chance to give a different story to?
I feel like if I did, then it would probably be from another sapphic book, because that's pretty much all I ever intake as far as media is just my friends' books. And I get the feeling if I ask, most of them will say the answer is absolutely yes to write fan fiction.
Wow. No, that's cool. Now, I have another question. What's your favorite smell? And what images, feelings, thoughts does it conjure up for you?
Neen, you can't say just one. I always have to say just one. Why do you keep doing this? You keep limiting my options so much. 3 words, one smell, one comfort food. Like, this is austerity, Neen, and I don't support austerity policies. Petrichor. The smell of rain, fresh on the ground. It just smells like, to me, it's associated really with all the times in my life I've gone to new places and done new things and adventures. And it's just such a core part of who I am. And it just makes me feel alive.
Oh, I love that.
But there's a million others I could list for you.
So you're very smell based.
I am, which is really interesting because I have a really underdeveloped sense of smell. There have been so many times where people will complain about like the stench or something, and I'll just be like, I genuinely cannot smell anything right now. More often than not, it's my benefit, because more often than not, I feel like there are, unless you're deliberately trying to smell something, you generally don't want to smell it. But yeah, I have a very underdeveloped sense of smell, but I guess I just pay more attention to what I do have. And it also helps that I'm really into like coffee cupping and tasting. So like trying specialty single origin artisanal coffee and tasting the specifics of the notes. It's really interesting, actually, because like there's a very distinct difference between coffee that comes from like Ethiopia versus coffee that comes from Kenya. I'm sure, like right there next to each other pretty much. But I mean, they're both big countries, but they're right there next to each other pretty much. But the difference in how the coffee tastes is just enormous. Differences in how in like if the skin is washed off the beans, or if it's left to ferment off of them naturally, or if it's done halfway. There's differences in like what altitude it's grown at, and you can just kind of get a sense from drinking enough and tasting enough. You can just get a sense from drinking coffee of like how it was grown. Some people out there can like tell you what cultivar of coffee plant it was, and
Wow.
tell you which like small lot farm it came from, and what the farmer's owner's daughter's name is. I can't do that, but yeah, so it's just kind of more paying attention to taste and smell, of course, which are closely linked.
They are, absolutely. And you're talking about my favorite topic, really, coffee.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
It is, absolutely. And what are you working on now?
I am working on a few things at once, as I often am. I just released the holiday collection that I'm working on with some amazing authors that I still can't believe said yes to working with me. So I'm finally out of that and into just what the next project is, which I think the next one that I release will be a new genre for me. I'm not too far, but I'm doing a romantic suspense. Yeah, it's been really exciting. I am a decent amount of the way through it, so hopefully I'll be announcing it before too long, but probably around in January for release. It's super exciting to explore new things I can do while stepping into a different genre. But it's kind of a corporate / political espionage style story of a real estate conglomerate on the Italian East Coast, using strong arm techniques to control the local legislature and a potential competitors' agents, the corporate agents, basically, who are kind of an unlikely team to try to stop a corrupt policy from being pushed through. And
in depth, Lily, in depth.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've been like actually doing research for it, which is wild for me because normally I just make everything up. I invented an entire city so that I didn't have to find out specifics to do any research of a real place in Portlandia books. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I am really enjoying the two leads in this one. It's a very fun dynamic. It's like the kind of stiff and serious one who plays by the rules, and the kind of off the wall one who drives throughout the wall, but they're obviously they're both very attracted to each other, and that's a problem too because they're not supposed to be. I just love it.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, for all the viewers, where is the best place for us to find all about Lily Seabrooke and your amazing writing?
See, Neen, that's the thing, because it should be my website, but I keep forgetting to update it. I'm sorry to all the amazing viewers. My deepest apologies. And I'm on a few different places now because I'm kind of less using Twitter less these days.
Yeah.
Due to reasons. So I'm still kind of finding out where exactly I intend to write, but my website will always be there, whether it's updated or not. And I'm definitely gravitating more towards Instagram right now. So find me on Instagram, Lily Seabrooke, and see me posting pictures of my food and my face. Generally, that's about it.
I see no problem with this whatsoever.
Right? Like that just seems like the perfect situation to me.
Absolutely. Hey, it's me again, Neen Cohen, aka the Hyperactive Bookworm. I love being able to talk about books and writing and reading, and I love doing these. However, it does take me time and energy, and any support would be highly appreciated. If you like the videos, please don't be scared to hit like or to comment on them. All subscribers help toward keeping my passion projects going. You can also support me by buying me a coffee, and the link's down below. Thanks, y'all.